How to get your dream job. Start getting calls from recruiters for interviews. How to finally secure your dream job. Negotiation about salary. Hi, my name is Anjani Kuumar and welcome to my channel. Now we are in the fifth part of this video series about how to get your dream job, and we are going to take our fifth step which will actually secure our dream job, where we can actually finally get our dream job. Now, so far, if you have not seen the other four videos, the other four steps, I would request you to go back and watch those four videos, because it's very important for you to follow every step, and that's how you can be successful in getting your dream job. And the second thing that I would like to urge you is, don't just watch these videos, because by watching the videos, nothing will happen. You have to actually execute each of these steps so that you can finally get your dream job. So that's very important. Now, in this part, in the fifth step, I'm going to tell you how to finally secure your dream job. So that's why watch this video till the end and ensure that you follow everything what I have told you so far, so that you can finally get your dream job. So let's start talking about the fifth step. Now, so far, whatever I have told you till the fourth step, and normally when I coach people, I have seen that if they follow everything what I have told till the fourth step, you start getting calls from the selected basket of companies that you have identified, which are your dream companies. That's typically happens because if you really execute those steps, you reach a level where you start getting calls from recruiters for interviews. So I would assume that you have reached that stage, and now this fifth step will make more sense for that. So the first thing that we need to do here is, you go back to your executive summary that you had prepared in step 4, because that is going to be extremely useful here. Now, what happens is that when a meeting is set up, when an interview is set up with any recruiter, any interviewer of your dream company, the chances are that the first question that they will ask you would be, tell me about yourself. And it's a very boring question, but 90 out of 100 interviewers would start the interview with this question. And typically what also happens is that we generally give some answer, we talk about our own personality, our background, our family. It's not a structured answer that we give. Now, the advantage that you have here is, you have already prepared your executive summary, those 5 lines or up to 10 lines that you have prepared about yourself. That will come in handy here. So whenever you are having any meeting with the recruiters, with the interviewers, the first thing that you need to do is, whenever they ask you to tell about yourself, you need to really pick up this executive summary and go through it. Because that is a very impactful way of addressing this question. And what will also happen is, because these interviewers are not used to getting such a structured answer to this question, so it will impress them. You will start with an advantage. They will get a feeling that this is somebody who has come prepared, who understands how to present himself or herself. And that's where this executive summary would come in very handy. So that's why whatever you have prepared in the last step, you must practice that. And when you are having any meeting with any recruiter, whether it is a telephonic meeting or a video meeting or in-person meeting, this is the first thing which you have to present in front of them, so that it's very impactful and you start the interview with an advantage. So that's the first step that you need to take. Now let's come to the second step. Now, as the interview will progress further, you have to remember the principle that I had told you in the previous step, that companies hire people who are problem solvers. You have to always remember that in the interview process also. So the interviewer is looking for people who can solve problems for them. Now you are at a big advantage here, because you have done enough research in the previous steps about the problems that this company could be facing. And you have also written blogs, posts, articles about how to solve those problems. So you have prepared enough to actually present yourself as a problem solver to them. Because when you start speaking about some of the problems that the company could be facing, they can immediately relate to that. And then when you present solutions, they get impressed, because there are rarely cases where people come prepared with these things in the interview process, because they expect that this is a normal conversation where they have to present and talk about their own experience, their qualifications and all that stuff, nothing beyond that. But here, when you are using the language of a problem solver, it's a big advantage that you are building for yourself, and that will really impress the interviewer. So that's why you have to always remember that all the problems that you had researched earlier, all the solutions that you had written about earlier, you have to find ways to present them to your interviewer in every interview, because there are companies where you would have multiple rounds of interviews. So everywhere you have to remember that you have to come across as a problem solver, and that will ultimately help you in getting selected for the role. And finally, one thing that you have to remember, and where I have seen a lot of people going wrong, is negotiation about salary. Now remember, in the first step itself, I had told you that when you are defining your dream job, you have to define it in terms of 3 parameters: company, role, and money. Now very clearly, the money that you have defined for yourself that you will get in your dream job, you have to remember that. Because many a times I have seen people getting very excited when they finally get the job in their dream company, and then they assume that they'll be paid a good salary and they don't really negotiate. Now initially that euphoria may be there for some time, where you'll feel very happy that you have got into your dream company, you have got your dream job, and money is okay. But later on, you will start realizing that probably, I could have negotiated better, I could have got more money, this is not as per my expectation. And that is why it's very important to keep this aspect also in mind while negotiating for the job. So that's why I always tell people that the dream job has to be a dream job in all these 3 senses, in terms of the company, in terms of the role, and in terms of money. And the rule for negotiation here is that you never disclose your point of negotiation. You never tell them that what you are expecting, because the moment you disclose your point, the negotiation starts from there. So that's why you have to always let the HR or interviewer or the recruiter tell you that what kind of offer they are going to make. From your perspective, you just have to take a stand saying that, whatever is appropriate based on the role, your qualification, experience, they should offer, and they should make it exciting. And after that, you start your negotiation, and never compromise from the original number that you had decided for yourself. That's very important, because if you actually compromise on that front, this whole feeling of actually getting your dream job will not be there for a long time. So that's why it's very important, and I always tell people that they should really negotiate hard and try to get the best offer from their dream company. So I would assume that this video series would have really helped you in understanding this whole process, all the steps as to how you can get your dream job. I have helped a lot of people through these steps, and they have been able to get their dream jobs. So I would strongly urge you that you also follow everything that has been explained in all these videos. And you must remember that it's not just about watching these videos. Please execute each of these steps. That's very important, because if you don't execute them, you will not get the desired output, the desired result. So that's why follow these videos, follow these steps, and if needed, go back and rewatch them, because that's where it will be very useful and you will be able to plan all your steps properly. And I'm sure that by doing all this, you will be able to finally get your dream job. So if you have liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with family and friends so that it can help them also in getting their dream job. And if you have any comments, any suggestions, put them in the comment section. I'll answer them. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, do consider subscribing to get benefited by these kind of videos. And now I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.